Hi, I'm Ross Perry, and my dear friend Pat from Sydney Metropolitan Wildlife has just rescued a birdie, or picked up a birdie from Sydney University, and she's asked me to have a look at it. So apparently it's a little ibis, and it's having trouble walking. So we're just going to have a look. It's also got a strapped wing. So
Yes.
This is the bird.
Yeah, in care it must have flapped around, and they say that it broke the tip of its wing.
Right.
They obviously didn't have it in a lined cage.
Yes. Yep. Okay. Well, here is birdie. My first step, I think, will be just to see what it is doing with its legs. It seems as though it's overextending that leg there, to me. Let's put it down and see what it can do, if it can do anything. Well, it's a real mess. And this leg here, it just doesn't seem to be functioning very well at all from what I can feel. Okay, there's a callus in the femur here that I can feel. So we'll have a look at that.
Green poos.
Right, so when I run my finger along the front of the femur, I'm feeling a bit of a swelling right there. That's the first thing. It's not a complete fracture or anything, but it's as if it may have a green stick fracture or something there. Right, coming down here, we're not feeling anything in the way of breaks down there. But the bird is holding these legs in a most strange way with the legs out extended like this. This is not normal behaviour for an ibis in my experience. And so when I see something that is affecting both legs neurologically or in a strange function like that, I start thinking in terms of a spinal injury. We can see that the urates, the droppings just here, are markedly, the white part is markedly green. There is some solid there, but that's a very, very abnormal dropping, as if there's internal bruising or severe liver disease that we're just trying to get an assessment. Our little friend has got creepy crawlies running all over. The bird hasn't been sprayed for mites yet, so I think we might do that before we mite some lice. We're just going to spray this ibis to get rid of some of the mites and lice that are racing all around its body before I do too much more handling. So I'm using Avian insect liquidator ready to use, made by Vetafarm. Alright, I'm going to take the strapping. This bird's stance with his legs, to me, is neurological, so that suggests that there is a spinal problem with his legs going out the back. He can move his legs partially, so he's as if he's got partial spasticity of the legs, partial paralysis. So what I'll be suggesting, because I have exceptional carers, or Pat is an exceptional carer, is that we give him a try so that he is suspended in a hammock or a bag, so that he's basically in this position, standing up, and that his body is supported, and we give him probably a week or two to see what's going on. I think this bird's got a pretty poor prognosis. In anyone else, I would say probably euthanize him, because I think he's probably fallen, and I think he's got a spinal injury at about there. He's coming down, and we may decide as yet to euthanize him in view of all the other ibises that need help. But my feeling is that he has a spinal fracture there, will feel, or spinal deformity right in that position there, as well as a green stick fracture callus in one femur, and I haven't seen what his wings are like at the moment. So So we're just going to do that as well. I'll just settle him down a little bit, and we'll take all this vet wrap off. At least when wings are being taped, this is an interesting way. Apparently the bird has injured the tips of his wings, but we'll have a look in a moment. I'm just trying to see if I can conserve any of this tape because it's useful stuff. You can cut vet wrap into narrow strips on the when it's bought, and then you can get 4 or 5 tapes out of that, about 1 centimetre wide, and you've saved yourself a lot of money.